just tell me what to do. Am I supposed to start my business? Am I supposed to do this? Am I supposed to leave my husband? Am I supposed to do this job? What do you want to do? What do you want to experience? What do you want to do? What do you choose to do with your life? And Hecate, in her wisdom, she says, remember, you have choice. Whatever happened to you that made you believe that you do not have choice anymore, forget about that. Forget about that. You have choice. You can choose to live in victimhood, or you can choose to rise again. And Hecate, being there, postmenopausal, fuck this, going around everywhere, what happened to her? Well, she's been called a bitch. She's been called the dark goddess. She's been asked to shut up. Sois belle et tais-toi. So we don't hear of Hecate anymore. She's been quieted, put in the corner. Now, how about Persephone? Greek. Persephone, young woman, 20-something, if not younger. She probably did start her period by then. The Greek god Zeus, no, not Zeus, Hades, the god of the underworld, saw her in the meadow, beautiful, shining, with the daisies, just la, just very happy. Well, Hades fell in love with her. Was it love? I don't think so. Probably more infatuation, because he had a long list of girls that he snatched from their prime, brought them to the underworld, raped her, kept her there in the darkness, not allowed to see her mother, not allowed to tell anybody what happened, just kept in the darkness. Persephone brought into that tailspin of negativity and the victimhood. Why did this happen to me? Indeed, why did this happen to me? Isn't that a question that we often ask ourselves? Why? Why did it happen to me? And when we ask ourselves that question, why did this happen to me, it often keeps us stuck. Because we just seek to understand. It doesn't make sense. We're just happy. You're just having your life, and then something happens. Why? Persephone could have chosen to stay in that victimhood. But instead, what did she do? She became the queen of the frickin' underworld. She did. She became the queen. And so Persephone's story is about reminding you that you are the queen of your life. No matter what darkness happened to you, you are the queen of your life. Mm-hmm. So live like a queen. Of course, what happened to Persephone? Too strong. So she was quieted. You don't hear Persephone so much anymore. Now let's talk about Isis. Not the Isis of the Middle East. Even her name cannot be spoken anymore without thinking of war or some other international incidents. Isis is a queen mother. There was wars between brothers in Egypt, ancient Egypt. And one brother won over the other brother. Isis was the queen, and her husband was the king. And because the brother who won over the king wanted to make sure that he kept the throne for himself, he cut that king in 7 pieces and threw the little pieces of the husband along the Nile. What did Isis do? She went for a big pilgrimage, because she could have been really angry. She could have said, this totally sucks. And she could have stayed in her grief, but she did not stay there. She went for a journey. She collected piece by piece the little pieces of her, the pieces of her husband, the pieces of her story, put them all together again. And it is Isis who did the first resurrection. That is what we do as women. We bring ourselves together again. We think we're broken. We can come to life again.
Yep.
Come all together again.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
What happened to Isis? She's been vilified just like the others. You can see her in the ancient tombstones, but right now, as I said before, we can't even say her name. Her name is evil. Like many of the strong women, they are made evil.
Yep.
The goddesses that can stay are the ones who cannot enjoy their bodies, the ones who are always submissive, the ones who they don't really have a life, frankly, except a life of contemplation. Now, of course, there is a space and time for contemplation. We can meditate every day, but if that is only our life, we miss everything that makes the entire human existence. Now, here's a secret. The goddess is not perfect. She is not. The goddess is like us. She's a woman. She has her vices. Aphrodite, she's very jealous, the goddess of love. And she can be whoever she wants to be. She can be big and beautiful and curvaceous. Call her fat, she'll kill all your cows. She's just a little bit vindictive. You don't hear about that side of Aphrodite. You just see her like the Venus coming out of the shell, right? Goddess of love and sexuality, but not that other side, not her side of putting boundaries, right? Boundaries are so important, and yet we don't always know how to do good boundaries. We feel pressure to say yes when we feel no. We feel pressure to help others when all we really want is to roll up in a blanket at home. We feel pressured to do so many things, to get a different education, get a different degree, when really what we want is maybe to stay at home with kids or do some art, do some dancing. Those are all part of boundaries that we need to learn. And goddesses help us with those boundaries. And to have really good, solid, healthy boundaries, we have to learn to be a little bit of a bitch.
Amen.
We do. Because being a bitch just means that you are being assertive. That's all it is. You're saying no, you're saying this is who I am. Like it or not, this is who I am. And so you really have to come into that understanding of who you are and stand in that truth. And your truth is not the same as my truth. And that's okay. We're not all little robots. We're not all made the same. We all have this heart. We all have this seed of the goddess within us in all its multiple facets. And just like any beautiful diamond, we can shine any one of the facets that we want. Not all the same.
Assertive's good.
Assertive is really good. And we have to stand in that assertiveness. And if people say that you're a bitch, oh well.
Say thank you.
Absolutely. Say thank you. Have a t-shirt, yeah.
Well, a bitch is a babe in total control of herself.
There you go.
Right.
And that is a goddess. That is the goddess. Being a goddess doesn't mean to be perfect. It means to be in control of yourself, deep in that self-knowledge of who you are and how you're going to shine. So as a conclusion, I'd like to invite all of you goddesses to rise. So come to your feet. Men too, you can do this. It can participate. We do have the divine feminine, divine masculine within each of us. What I would like for you to do, this is called a mudra. So mudra is a gesture that you do with your body. So you're going to participate. So we've had some really good warm-ups. So that's a good thing. What I would like for you to do is with your left hand, I'm going to use my right because I have to do the mirror. So your left hand, take this seed of the goddess. So imagine that this is a flame. So shape your hand like a flame. And plant this flame inside your womb. This is your sacral chakra. This is the seat of the divine goddess. So feel this fire. Feel this belonging. Feel this energy of the goddess. This hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And this, oh no you won't. She's in here. This is the seat of the goddess who is queen, who is a peacemaker, who is also a little bit chaotic at times, because she's like the sea. And feel her rise, and then just rise your other hand up in the air. Nice deep breath down to your belly. And nice exhale. And just feel this energy rising through you, enveloping you. Feeling the flame becoming bigger and bigger until you're surrounded by a halo. Bright, shining. The spirit of you illuminating the world around you.
All right.
Thank you.